Hello everybody, Dirk Knutson, Hillsboro Herald. I am out here in Bendemeer, a cute little acreage area dating back to the 1915 era where people have enjoyed living on small acreage. We are in the countryside. I'm with Bill Hicox, longtime resident, 26 years, has had business here, has raised family, enjoyed it very much. But Bill, as I meet you here tonight, tell me what's happening right behind you on your property line and kind of what's going through your mind right now.
Well, an energy company has proposed a battery storage facility, they call them a BESS, in my backyard or just across from my backyard, roughly 100 feet from my...
So literally right off your shoulder back there.
Where I'm standing now, about 100 feet from me, would be a bunch of batteries and noise and lights and security, I suppose, a big fence, sound wall. And we're not happy about it. We moved here for the quiet, rural setting, yet close enough to the good stuff of the city, and they're kind of ramming this down our throat, I think, and it's not what this was intended for, in my opinion, but I'm just a person. But we got nice neighbors here, nice community. We'd like to keep it that way, but
and that land right behind you has the same zoning you do. It's agricultural 5-acre zone. We know Hillsboro someday can grow this way, and it's zoned for residential in the future, so maybe you were going to hang on to it long enough to sell. But did you ever imagine, and for people that don't know, a BESS is, these batteries are somewhere between, they're about 20 feet long, 9 feet wide, and about 12 feet high, and they are lithium-ion batteries. There's been a lot in the news about there being fires with these things, and even if it's a 1 or 2% chance or something, they're not great to be living by. And so as far as we know, all of these have been in industrial parks and near oil fields and stuff, but everybody's got electricity on their mind. It seems like Washington County and this landowner and BlackRock, Jupiter, who's the applicant, are really trying to shove this through. And for any of your neighbors and you that complained, it's sort of like you're against clean energy or you're against, good environment. How do you take that kind of a criticism that has been made by some people?
Well, I just think they wouldn't want it in their backyard.
Right.
Personally, that's my gut feeling. I'm all for energy, and we need battery storage so we don't waste the power that's created or generated.
Right.
But they're just storing it for industrial purposes, in my view.
You probably didn't know what a BESS energy storage was. I know you and the neighbors and myself and others have talked. A lot of evidence has gone to Washington County asking for a fair hearing. The county is having a hearing. Right now they're saying it's Zoom only, and I know a lot of people want that to be where you can gather and be heard. Are you hopeful that the county will listen to some of the arguments? This is not they claim it's a public utility, and that's how they're going to approve it if they do. You think a big hedge fund like BlackRock should be treated as a public utility? Have you thought about that angle at all?
Yeah, I don't think this qualifies just from the technicality. I looked the Google definition of public utility and an energy provider. They're not a producer of energy, they store it, but I'm not an attorney.
So they're going to download cheap energy from PG at night or in off hours and off-grid hours, off high peak hours, store it, and they're in essence going to sell it the next day at a fairly sizable profit. None of that's on the table. They don't want to talk about that. It just seems like for a lot of you, this is something that people feel it could hurt property values. We don't know that yet, but like you said, in your own backyard, you have what's an industrial use: lights, noise, sound, and those will be some of the arguments that you and the neighborhood will bring up. What else would you like people to know about this area? What's it meant to you to live right here along West Union Road and just on the edge of what we call Bethany?
It's been a little piece of heaven. That's what I've always called it, but it looks like that may change. And I don't know, it's sad. We can't stay here forever physically. We're getting older, but I'd hate to see it converted this application. If they take it in the urban growth and make it high density, that's a different story.
People could live here, right? A great place for people to live. We got a high school half a mile that direction to the south. There's 2 grade schools over this way, minutes from the freeway. So we all know why it's so great to live up north of 26 here.
Yep.
Well, there's a hearing coming up in October. There's a chance for people still to weigh in and speak their mind. And I guess you and the neighbors feel like this is a great use, but put it where it belongs, in an industrial park.
Right.
Why they're putting it there, maybe the economics of the deal are too good for those involved.
The other thing that bothers me is if this is such a great thing for business, why isn't PGE heading this up and putting it on their property, or
why aren't they building them?
Building it and saving themselves the money instead of giving the profits to a big corporation? I just don't get that.
If all goes to plan, there'll be 100 to 200 of those batteries behind you if nothing changes. So good luck to all who are standing up against this, and I think you're on the right side of the argument. Let's see what happens in Washington County. Bill, good luck, and thanks for stepping up and talking about this.